everyone. Let's start today's stream. Okay, it seems it started. Okay, we've prepared some plan for today. So, firstly, I will see about the clock thing. How to make it more nicely looking. We've started our server. Okay. Opening the browser. I have updated it a little bit yesterday. Just some small improvements. One of them is more thick clock hand, hour hand, and also I have added a very small commit about how to call it, handle params for homepage. Right now it was failing, so navigation is much faster now, because previously when I clicked the home button link, it just failed to render. Okay, so what I want to do with it, I will add some shadows to the clock and to the button. And clock shadow. Okay, let's see shadow SM. Let's see, it's inside our home templates and inside live. Okay, home page HTML. Okay, we have it here, and clock shadow. Can we add some colors for it? Okay, colors is a separate property. Shadow SM. Let's try adding light shadow to our clock. I'm not sure whether. Okay, it seems it's in place. Shadow to Excel. To Excel. Okay, to Excel. Okay, so we have a shadow around our button. Okay, and in the dark it's just invisible. Okay. Interesting, we have a shadow inner thing. Let's see how it will look. Excel and shadow inner. I don't see any difference. Okay, so let's remove shadow inner and keep shadow to Excel. It will be like this. It will be like this for all buttons, and I think I will add a different shadow color for dark theme. Dark, how is it called? Shadow gray. Okay. Shadows of gray. Okay. It's too much. 100. Okay. I don't like how it looks like. So not 100, but possibly 800. It will be in the dark. It's almost invisible. 500. Let's see how it will look. Oh, 600. Okay. On the light theme, it looks better. We have opacity for it. Okay. Okay, it's only we have box shadow and shadow color. Okay. Let it be like this. So at dark mode it will be like this, at light mode it will be like this. Added the shadows. Let's add some shadows to the clock itself. Let's see how it will work. And where is our clock preview? It's here. Okay, we have this. Shadow to pixel. Okay. I don't see any shadows. Yes, and shouldn't work with this approach. Okay. Okay, so I will not add this one. Regarding this, I will check radial gradient. So what I want here to just I don't like to give up easily. Yeah. Want to make this border like a gradient thing. Okay. Possibly it will be a little bit larger, but yeah, it will be our gradient. SVG radial gradient. Let's see. Have this radial gradient. Okay. Okay. Let's add these definitions. Okay. And let's use this radial gradient circle fill. Okay. Okay. Let's switch to English language just for sake of current watchers or future watchers. And also I have noticed that it has more information inside our inside the documentation. Okay. So regarding this one, okay, we'll remove this class for now. Let's see. Okay, we have like this. It works. Let's just add some extra gradient here. And 90, possibly 100%. Top color will be gold again. Okay. So what I want here is to okay, let's see how it will work. Okay. 99. Okay, let's see. 97 possibly. And this will start from 90. 93. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we have some kind of radial gradient here. Okay, it doesn't allow more than 100%. Okay, let's try moving this to our outer circle. It's not this. Okay, we have this circle. We're filling it with gray, and instead of it, okay, how did I use it? Just okay, have added this property here, and our border is invisible. Okay. Border gradient. Okay. And we'll be using clock border gradient here to clock border gradient. Okay. Border gradient. So let's see. Let's start not from 93 but from 95%. Yeah. Okay, it's more thinner. Let's end it 100%. $96. Okay, just try. Okay, 98%. Okay, and just we'll change the colors here. Let it be white. And now the next will be gray. Do we have a gray? Okay, and okay. Yeah, we have interesting thing. Let's see how it will look like it. Okay, so it looks like this. Interesting. Not black, but I don't know. Let it be gray again. Oh yeah. Interesting. Let's see how it will look like. Okay. We don't see this thing. T7. This. Oh, it's so nice. We'll just remove it. So yeah. Okay. Interesting. Will we be able to add some shadow? Okay, it's moving right now. So we will not be able to add the extra properties to it. At least for now. When it's moving. I have ID here. And class. Let's add the class here. And just need to double check everything. Box shadow SVG. Only by filter. Okay, this is filter. Interesting. So how is it implemented here? Filter drop shadow. Interesting. Do we have some kind of filters? Oh, okay. We have drop shadow here. And drop shadow SN. Where did I try to put it? And drop shadow to Elixir. To Elixir. Okay, it will be larger. And where did I try to put it? For the outlook. Okay, let's try adding it to some stroke. Okay, we have to our clocks. So I don't need this anymore, and actually didn't need it at all. Okay. I don't see about shadows. I didn't know about filters. CSS, SVG, fill, over, filter, drop shadow, and something like this. Interesting. And shadow. Interesting. Let's just add this. Add this to the whole SVG. Have it here. And okay. We'll just merge these two classes. And okay. I think that it doesn't work right now. Okay. Let's try doing this thing and how to apply it. Shadow, SVG class icon. Okay. Let's try adding this. Clock face. Okay, let's add it to some other component, to an our clock. Okay, it changed something. It changed something. But I don't see any shadow here. This thing. And okay, it's already staged. Let's see this. I will need this thing, staging it, and okay, staging this thing too. This is not needed anymore. Okay, needing some shadows. Okay, we have SVG, and it's somewhere on the page. It's located somewhere. We have the other SVG. Okay. shadow 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's actually 3 things. So this is the first shadow. G filter, URL shadow. Look, look, our hand became very skinny after this thing. Okay. There is a lot of filters. I think I will just use it a little bit later. S3D filters. Okay. Because it will be not very productive, I think. Okay. So what do we have? We have a little bit updated clock icon. It's more user-friendly, I think. At least I have increased some skills. Okay, about the switches. 1 minute. Okay, let's see the diff. Don't need this thing. And okay, just closed repository and use it like this. Start in my editor again, because I have closed it. Okay, everything started. Okay. My next thing to do will be connecting some Ecto. Possibly we have some integration, some generation for Elixir. Generate repo. Okay. Let's see how to add. The repository will be placed into the lib directory. It seems that we have no Ecto right now. Our application makes help. Let's run makes help and indent. Let's see. We have depths is built, is script, but there is no Ecto. Okay. Let's see how to connect the Ecto to our application. And see Ecto. Okay. Okay, let's add this dependency to our application. Yes. Okay. Ecto. We'll put it here. And get steps update. We'll just update all the dependencies. Okay, what do we have? Okay, we have updated Credo, Phoenix. Let's see what is the changes for Phoenix. Okay. What's the change log? Do we have it here? Okay. Change log. Okay. Change log. Ah. Okay. Seems it was only one bug fix. Phoenix Live View. Here I have also looked at about it. We have pinned or not static, but we can create the live view and it will be reused for this between the pages. For example, I will we need to restart application. For example, okay, it's compiling application. For example, I will want to add some notification thing or just player to be available at the every page, and I want to make it static. So this way I can use the thing that comes from this version of Phoenix Live View. Okay, we have also Phoenix View updated. Let's see how is it called. Phoenix Live View. Okay. Change. Do we have change log? Wait, possibly it's missing. Or I'm just looking not very carefully for it. Okay. Okay, we have a sticky live render thing. And also some improvements for JavaScript interrupt. Okay, it's useful. Okay. For example, I will add something here about the notifications. Okay. And it will work fine. Okay. Seems that ping works nice. Okay. Phoenix View. And okay, we have Phoenix View thing, and it was updated recently. Let's see the change log. Okay, so okay, Tailwind is updated. I'm not sure what's going on there. Tailwind, Elixir with Okay, what is the difference? I have been using this thing. Okay, bump tailwind CSS to this version, inject tailwind. Okay, so I had to do this manually. Okay, bump tailwind CSS, so okay. Okay, possibly I will not need this. And the last thing was updated is YAML. I'm not sure whether it has some changelog. So yeah, will not deep dive into it. Okay, we have just added an Ecto. Let's see, mix help. We should have new things related to Ecto. Mix Ecto. Let's just try. Okay. Mix Ecto bin repo. Mix Ecto bin repo. Where XS home repo. Okay, it's already present. Don't forget to add new repo to your supervision tree. Okay, let's see to my supervision tree. It's somewhere here. Okay. Okay. And add it to the list of Ecto repositories in your configuration files. Config is exs home. And config Ecto repo. Config exs home Ecto repos. I'm not sure. Okay, let's do it like this. Okay, let's see the difference. We have some untracked file, and it's very small. Okay, we have added XS home repo here, and I will update it a little bit and start the repo base. Okay, so we have updated this thing. We have updated our application with extra children. Okay, we added it here and modified mix log. have credo thing. Okay. Ecto and some extra things. Possibly I will unstable thing. And when I installed Ecto thing, I have updated only two dependencies. I think I will split them into different commits. Okay, so credo staging this. And decimal in Ecto is just the other commit thing. Staging this also, staging this and staging this. Okay, we'll create separate git commit. Okay, verify update the then okay, updating the dependencies, and now we have simple Ecto startup thing. It will not work because we have no thing that connects to the actual application. Let's try starting our application. Okay, it does not compile because we have no Postgres adapters here. Okay, we have connected Ecto. I think it works. At least okay, at least I have added this dependency. Next thing is to set up Ecto SQLite. And then adapter SQL. Okay, Ecto SQLite. It has some limitations. I have. So let's look at those limitations. It uses this library. Okay, I have also seen. Let's see the documentation for it. Okay. It uses this library. To communicate to SQLite. So it will be default options. Okay, I will not be using memory database even for tests, because I will just create or copy existing database to another file. I think it will be a very nice solution. So each test will have own database. It's easy to handle. Learning mode, okay, time store, okay, synchronous foreign keys. Okay, I will need foreign keys. Cache size. Okay, this value is too large. So I think I will move back to default one, because it's too much. So we can have 4 or 5 readers from our database, and each will consume this amount of 64 megabytes of memory most for the cache, and it can be too much. So they can eat too much memory. Cache spill. Okay, some case sensitive like. Okay, but it will be case insensitive. Okay, after vacuum, looking mode. Okay, secure delete. Okay, differences between SQLite and okay, limitations and caveats. I'm not sure how to read it correctly. Async sandbox testing. It doesn't support async tests. Okay, with this adapter. But that is fine. I have thought about it. We'll just copy our database instead of trying to wrap everything in transaction. Okay, like match and blob columns. Okay, I'm not sure that I will need this thing. So we'll try not to use this thing. Case sensitivity. Some check constraints. So yeah, it will be some information to read, handling foreign keys constraints, so our change set will not be able to work with foreign key because of the message that we return, and it will return some kind of mess when I will try to get results from the database for schemaless queries. Okay. Do we have some other thing? Compare reference. And how to get started. Have read about the limitations. Let's add it to the dependencies. Is it the most recent? Okay. Okay. Let's add this dependency too. Okay. Elixir format. Okay, have this command. Ecto SQLite. Define your repo similar to this. Okay, def module, where is my repo thing? It's here. OTP app. Okay, adapter. Ecto adapters. And SQLite 3. Okay. Okay. Config my app, Ecto repos. Okay. Config my app repo, database. Config. Possibly I will move it somewhere closer to it. Okay, removing this. So database, and delete it. Okay, don't need those settings. Removing comma, and then let's try starting our application again. It compiles something, possibly the SQLite 3 itself. Meanwhile, let's see. Usage, database encryption. Some interesting thing. Okay, possibly I will not use it, at least for now. Okay. Seems it has started. Started? Started. Okay. It works. And we have our live board. No, not live dashboard, just dashboard thing. Okay, we have Ecto stats. Ecto repository currently. Okay, so SQLite is not supported. That's fine. That's just fine. Let's see what do we have. And Ecto access home repo. Okay, we have query access home query. Okay, we have this thing. Select one. Okay, so our database works. Let's see, do we have any extra file? Okay, we have 3 files. We'll create a folder for this and we'll name it like data and keep. Okay. Data. Let me check. We have some static things. Sets. Okay, it's okay. We'll name not keep but git keep file. Okay, and move it to the git ignore. Okay. Ignore data files. Data. Okay, everything from data, but not git keep. Okay, removing those files. Interesting. Possibly they are used by our application. It's just I have removed the wrong file. It was mix block thing. Let's add the data here and remove all those 3 files. Okay, adding git ignore. So not this, but pass. Okay, pass expand. Pass expand. Okay, let's pass expand, and we have this. And data db. Okay, here. Okay, so let's see how it will work. Okay, so our database moved to this folder. It's right now not under the version control. Okay, accidentally deleted corals.json. Okay, so let's see, what do we have here? We connected to Ecto and did the setup for Ecto SQLite. I think I will also need to reduce some properties for Ecto SQLite, like we have noticed in the limitations thing. At least I will reduce a number of cache size. How to pass them. Possibly we have some kind of documentation here, or examples just inside the code. Support repo. Ecto SQLite adapter. Okay. Not this. Migration. Okay. Key. So possibly I will need just to work with this thing. Ecto SQLite. Let's proceed to limitations, and its option named cache size. So it's our configuration here. Cache size minus 200. Cache size minus is so positive is number of pages in memory, and negative is size of kilobytes. So it will take 2000 kilobytes, 2 megabytes of memory. Possibly will increase it if I need this. I'm not sure that we'll have such thing. Let's try using another options just to check that it works. So database. Okay, database journal mode. Time store. Default synchronous foreign keys, cache size, cache speed. I'm not sure how to try using it right now. Okay, let's try using journal mode and disable it at all. And okay, journal mode will be off. And let's see what will be the result. And stopping my application data db. Okay. Removed the wrong file. Okay. Deleting this thing. Okay. Deleting the thing and reverting our deleted git keep file. Let's start again. So we should end up with one file. Okay, we have only one file, and if we use a default value, it should be 3 files, and that is fine. That is really fine. So actually, it's this place where we can work on the configuration. Again, in this cache size, we set it to this value to speed up access of data. SQLite usually defaults to this value. Okay. So just returned to the default value. Okay. Okay, we have our application. Okay. Okay. Let's set up this. Customize dynamic repo. We'll do this a little bit later. Create model for settings. Let's just and oh, we have SDFDB up DB. We will rename it because it's not very nice to have the SDF inside the application. Okay, git commit. It will take some time. Okay, select how to describe everything, and SQLite describe tables. Okay. Okay, it's incorrect syntax. We have something like this, and repo. Interesting. Okay. Building. It's building. Create model for settings. Model timestamps with microseconds, migration timestamps. Okay. Ecto micro regarding the microseconds. Configure up. Okay. Migration timestamps. Interesting. Do we have this option? Okay, it seems we have this kind of option. Let's check out this thing. Possibly it will make no. It requires extra comma thing. I think it will not complain on unknown option. Migration timestamps. Okay. Let's just do something and see how it will work. Okay. Okay, we have read it here. As mentioned, to get all behavior, we need to do something like this. Okay, so check for okay, it's not formatted. And now on it. Should be faster now. Okay, the advisor is happy. Credo is happy too. Okay. Okay, our coverage dropped. And as I see, we have also some interesting thing here. I think it's just truncated according to the length of this field. Okay. Service page life is not covered at all. That's good. Interesting. Why it fails? Test. Do we have a failing test, or when it would break? home page test, clock test, and home page test again. Okay. Why does it fail? So, test. Let's start field tests. Interesting. And how did it pass before? Plug conf fetch is undefined. Okay. Possibly it's due to update. I see. Let's update the thing. So it seems it's just due to our update. We have support hooks and review. Hook thing. Okay. Conf fetch. Okay. Like view x line number 13. Okay. Start it. Attach the debugger here. No. Okay, where am I? I'm here. Socket private, connect. Okay, we have connect info, and let's owner LD. Okay, and what is it? Log connection. Let's add trace thing here. Okay. So it executes only one test at a time. So socket x group socket private. Okay, socket private. Okay, so connect info is a plug now. Okay, socket private connect info private. Okay. Socket private connect info private. Do we have it? No, we don't have it. Socket private. Okay. No. Let's see. Interesting. Okay. PD. Okay. If socket parent PD. Okay, it has no parent PD because it is not a nested library. Okay, else socket private connect info. Okay, we have it like this. Okay, I need to update this. Okay, if I have this socket, case socket do and socket not this new. Well, that is new. Parent PD. Okay. If we have this, then using this. Okay. Okay. Otherwise, it, it, we have a private thing. Okay. Quite large nesting connect info and AD. AD. Okay, we have like this. Then and PID. Okay, in every other case, returning nil or self, possibly. Okay, so our tests are great again. They should be passing. Coverage remain the same. and how to okay. Now it's formatted. Okay, socket private when body owner PID owner PD and not rendered. Okay, let's just make this change and fill stage this thing. And in the end, what's going on here is let's name it like this. Okay. Create model for settings. Binary name as ID and JSON settings. Okay. Let's create this model and indent. Let me check. And we have some generators for this thing. X page X again or X group. Page X again generate not authorization, not certificate, self-signed. Okay, not channel, not context, possibly context. Okay, embedded HTML JSON live notifier presence release schema. Oh, generates Ecto schema and migration file. Generates the thing. So basically, when we can generate it together with some context, and this context will be just like CRUD for our model. So it will generate some schema and some extra goodies for it, like methods, some documentation. Okay, I think so. Just what to pick, schema or context. Tools will generate some migrations. Okay. X again. Schema. And schema. It will generate our model. Default options. This generator uses default options provided by generators. Migration true, binary defaults. Okay. Okay, let's add this. We have some generators. Okay. Okay. It's inside our config. Generators. Config access home. Generators migration to binary ID true. Okay, by default it will generate binary IDs in sample binary ID like this. Binary ID, I think it's okay. It's okay, but not for this case. Let's see what we have. Ecto UID. Oh, yeah, we have some generation for UIDs, possibly of the fourth version. Okay, yeah, it's fourth version. Random UID. Okay, possibly it also has this thing, not very random. 4, 4, 4, 4. Possibly it's just a version of our UID. So there are some differences, but this remains the same across all generated IDs. Okay. Let's generate some model. Okay. We have generation of schema and context. Context is almost just the same. I'm not sure whether we need some context around it or not. Okay, but let's generate a context, because it will also generate some extra. Okay, it will also generate some extra goodies like tests, and I think it will be very useful. And indent config we're up to no how to generate it. Next page x generate context. It will be settings or configuration and or settings setting. I think it can be much easier with this thing. Next page x scan schema. Blog posts title string use integer. Okay. It will be the database schema, database table. So it will be name of the context, it will be the name of our model or schema. Let's just go without any extra things. It's a difficult decision to write some tests by myself or to use a generator for this. Okay, let's generate a context. Our config. It will be the name of the context setting. So what it will be related to? It will be related to application settings or okay. Setting. Let's name it like service settings. And it will be service settings. Model will be service. Or settings, okay. Service settings. Okay. What do we have here? According to the plan, possibly we'll change it in the future, but we'll follow this for now. It will be binary name as ID and JSON settings. We have a JSON here. Okay, we have map here. And service settings. Service settings. So it will be I have no example with map here. In schema, blog posts, tags, array, string. Interesting. We can redact some columns. None fields. Service settings, settings, and map. Okay. Scan context. And we have a bunch of files. Let's take them. Okay. Service settings context. We have some auto-generated things here. Okay. Primary key. Okay, we have some timestamps. Okay. seconds. Okay, what I will do here, I will take this for our dev dev okay, dev2, dev environment 2. Okay. And we'll do something like this for a test text configuration too. Okay. And remove this method from general configuration. Okay, so our migration modules will create timestamps with microseconds. Let's run our tests. Okay, we have no database. Okay. How to generate this data case? cd tmp here test retest and x x page x new access home access home. Okay. It will just generate the repo. Okay. Okay. X page x new and access home. cd access home ls. We have some extra things here. Okay, cd projects access home. Okay, test support data case. Test support. Okay, I think I will just regenerate this. Then we'll have access home. I need to use SQLite 3. X hx new and base light. Binary ID. Now my night commander. Let's move to it and cd project access home. Okay. Let's see, we have some test here. Support. Okay. Overwriting fun. Let's see. Okay. We'll copy this too. Okay. Channels, controllers. Okay. Leap. Let's see. Okay, I think it's just the same. Leap. Access home. Repo. Okay. It's just the same. Application. Let's see. And okay. We'll update it. Merge the files. Will not do anything to web part. Config. Will just override all. Okay. Leap. Okay, have processed it. Brief static repo seeds. Brief repo migrations. We'll add the seeds file. Get text. We have already this file. Test. I think that's all. And now let's see the diff. Okay. It's quite large diff. Stage changes, new file, and so on. Okay. Staging this file and staging the data case. Let's see the data case. It has some documentation. It shouldn't work very nicely. Okay. It will not work nicely. This Ecto SQLite possibly, but let's check it. Okay. Configure generators. Binary ID true. Oh, interesting. So we could use it like this. Config access home. Okay, don't need this thing. Don't need a mailer at all. Discarding it. Okay. Tailwind config. Okay. I do need this. Okay. Configure generators. Binary ID true. Ecto repos. Okay. They were combined together. So we'll remove this part because we already have it at the top of our application. Okay, we'll keep it at this as it is. Okay. Okay. Let's see the diff for this. Secret key base will keep as it was. Yes, built. So I will just revert to the thing. Okay, and this too. Okay. Adding this. Good. Okay, I don't need those changes. Runtime. Okay, it's fixed. It is a fixed database pass. Okay. I don't need this at all. Okay, forgetting test. Configure your database. No. This changes. Okay. And this changes. Config test. So don't need this environment. So I need those things. And okay. Discarding this part. Application children. I will merge those things a little bit later. Channel case. Setup tags do. Setup tags. No. Clone case. Regarding this thing. Okay. Setup tags. Doing something. I think I will keep and this line and just open this file. Setup tags. Okay. And it's from our where it comes from our where it was concase. Okay, it's from concase. Let's setup tags. Previewing previous version. Okay, I need this. Most of these things. Okay, and we'll return this thing. Ecto, active the skeleton box, starting owner for it. Okay, let's review. Setup text, staging this. Oh, staging this. Okay, staging this too, and staging this too. Test helper. Okay. Okay. Let's see. I need this thing. Oh, no. And I need to state this thing. And this thing too. I don't need this thing. Removed part and merge it little bit. Okay. Moving it here. And telemetry we have it, bobs up in place, and point in place too. And this, we don't need this anymore. Formatting everything. Config, fixes, local base. Ah, okay. Oh. Let's start this thing. And this thing. And discard this. Okay. Let's run some tests and see how it goes. Okay. Failed to connect. Must provide a database to the database. Okay. The funny part started. This thing and we'll borrow it from our dev database. Okay. Ecto and Ecto adapters SQL books. Okay. 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 It works. It works because we have no such table. Let's see about the server. Mm, The event version is not configured. Okay. Mm, let's see. It's from our config. Remove this thing. I need your things too. Okay. This thing. Okay. We will add this to the dev. Where it is. Config. Okay. So it was here. Let it be here again. Okay. It works. Our clock works. Okay, so I will do now is to move everything to DB DB folders and DB. It's just the same. DB. Staging both changes. Run some tests. Okay. Tests work. Interesting. Interesting. Let's start our server. It should work. Okay. It works. It works, and that is great. Okay. Let's check everything. Do we have some repo? Only this. And let me check. We add default configuration. How it was Ecto SQLite. Is it cache size 2 minus 200 2000. Okay. Let's review. So we have added this and configured our cache size. Okay. Okay. And our def thing, we have added the location for our database. Our tests, we have also added this and added a pool for it. Application just moved a little bit upper. Resettings, let's keep them in place. We have timestamps. Okay, regarding the timestamps, x equals test mix Ecto create. Mix equals test mix Ecto create. Our test should pass. Okay, everything passes, but I need to have migrations automatically run and run tests. Before tests. I think that this can be fixed by Elixir win mix xs values Ecto create quiet, Ecto migrate quiet, and test. Okay, let's see our aliases and we have our aliases set up. We have already set up Ecto setup. Interesting. Let's. So what do we have? We have setup and sets deploy. that okay. Actually, hold it. This thing. We have Ecto setup thing. It will Ecto setup and so on. We test two projects that just moved it and possibly we'll use it as a reference in future. Okay, let's try our test database. Oh, it's too much files. Too much files. Okay. With the files. Okay. So we run migrations every time. Okay. What did we think? Okay, so it works. Interesting how Ecto Sandbox works with a database. Possibly it will have some errors in future. Or let me check. Where is our test? Test. No, not this test. Service settings test. Okay. Sync to it works at least for now. Check everything. Have a config here. Ecto repos, binary ID. Okay. Times. Okay, sounds like this. Okay. My app repo. My app repo. Let's see. Okay, I need to add this. Add this here. It should fail to work with tests. Let's see. Interesting. Or and I will remove my data. Git keep. Okay. Interesting, it works. We need this thing, config, and okay. I'll do this. Div check setup connected. Okay, migrate database before tests. Done. Create model for settings. Okay, let's make it done. Model timestamps with microseconds. Okay, don't know yet. Migration timestamps with microseconds. And let's just see the thing. It's our test for service settings. Service settings. List service settings. Okay. Let's move here. And okay. Settings. Okay. It's just native datetime here, and these settings, these service settings. Okay, so it has no precision rate. Is div and insert it and microsecond. Okay, it has no microseconds at all. Okay, but let's try adding it. Ecto schema file. Where is my schema? Will remove this for now. Remove this for now because it will need some changes. Model timestamps with microseconds. Timestamps opts. Okay, we have this. Let's try. And it tests again. Okay, settings. Okay, we have it with microseconds. And so migration. Okay. So what I will do, I will create third try. I will create my schema file. Okay, not schema file, and I move it to PDF module access home. schema. Temps opts. Do this thing already. And temps opts. Use Ecto schema. Import Ecto chipset. Okay. So use access home schema. And now, okay, primary key, binary ID or to generate true. Okay, moving it to this file. Next, binary ID foreign key. Okay, timestamps opts. So yeah, foreign key type here. I have removed it too. Running the tests again. Everything works. And adding some debugger here. Okay, settings with some timestamp. Service settings, list service settings. Okay, just the same value. Continue. Okay. So what have I done now? And okay, now it is model timestamps with microseconds, migration timestamps with microseconds. Moving it upper. This config test. Okay, we have this test, new file. Agree with this. Okay, we have only these changes. Nice. New file. Okay. Service settings. Save it. Service dev modules settings. Okay, that's for our settings. XCXS update some aliases. Migration with extra timestamps. Okay. Okay. Here test for our ping. I did some extra when I need things, some extra setup. Added a data case. Okay. Okay. Test helper. Updated it with adding some box mode. Large diff. Export. Okay. 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 And some other formatting stuff. Okay. Let's run some dialyzer. Okay. Oh, no, not dialyzer. Credo. Ecto. Okay. Access home schema. Module doc. And this module with default schema. Okay. Next thing is for our schema or model. Not this, but this. Okay. Module doc. So it's schema for storing things. Okay, concase. Concase. Concase here. Let's add we'll add some aliases. Okay. I think it will be in two modules. C2S. Okay, and the same thing is for data case. Okay, adding the alias. Yes. Okay. Checking grid again. Okay, it's happy. Let's commit those things. Okay, the laser is happy. Redo is happy too. Formatter is happy by default. No, not by default. And simple this. Okay. Let's see. Okay, setup went well. Migrate database automatically before test works. Model timestamps with microseconds. Okay. Okay. Generate some microseconds. Migration does the same thing. Create model for settings. It should have binary name as ID and JSON settings. I think tests for okay. Settings and create settings. Settings will be true with something like this. Okay. We have no migration. Mix Ecto setup. Home service. Settings. Create settings. Let's just test that it works. Settings. Possibly I will need to rename it to data. Settings. Loading this dictionary. Okay. Okay. So we have our settings. We'll update them in future. Okay. Our clock continues to work. And we have basic setup for our database. We'll update the migration and other stuff. Okay. But we'll do this tomorrow. Okay, so we'll finish today's stream. Thank you for watching. Bye.